And we will see in the game number 2 for the draft, ban and pick here. There's no Valentina, no Natalia, no Wenwen, there's no Akai, and no Benedetta. How about Joy?
Always on the way.
Oh,
Wow!
Joy is open.
Okay.
But the Philippines have first pick here, so is this part of their strategy? We'll have to see because
It
usually...
could goes into the hand of Imam.
Beat of the flag.
Well, there we go.
There you go, Rashi.
Is it the first time Joy is in the hands of the Philippines?
Yep.
I think it might just be.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, the last time Cambodia went up against the Joy, they're able to get heroes like the Kaja, like the Minzitar, to dash denials to just shut down the maneuverability of the Joy. So we'll see if this is part of their calculations, if they fully expect to be able to shut down the Philippines, or maybe they like the idea of the Philippines actually being aggressive so that they can actually get to that back line.
Yeah.
So levels of strategy being displayed here.
Actually, if you against Joy, you have to prepare for the counter, right? We know the Minsitar maybe could be the one of the counter here, but Kaja is available for Cambodia, so it's gonna be the first pick, Kaja, and also Fredrin in the hand of Cambodia as the second pick here. Meanwhile, Leslie still be the prio for Philippines and Eve. So it's gonna be a Joy jungler.
Joy in the jungle, that seems to be the case.
It could be the option for Philippines.
That also means that the Joy will not be able to bring in that Vengeance battle spell that will allow the Joy to actually tank in more damage. So maybe for Cambodia, going for a bit of burst can also be a solution. They can go for the Farsa as well if they want to match the long-range pressure coming in from the Yve. And it's a lot more burst damage. And in fact, there's a lot more burstable heroes on the side of the Philippines as well.
Agree. Now, Cambodia. There's still bad tricks left open for Cambodia. Or maybe they can go for another Melissa. But I think Beatrix is the best option for OP now. They have to pull out the A card now, Archie. They cannot save their strategy. It's their last chance to turn back the table in the game number 2. If they don't do it now, means they have to say goodbye if they lose in this game.
The stakes are definitely higher than usual, to make it sound that simple. But for Cambodia, having that Beatrix will also mean that the lane pressure is going to be very tough in the gold lane. So for the Philippines, they require a different approach here. Because earlier it was Melissa against Leslie. It's pretty much even. So the gangs come in to try and swing the balance in one of those laners' favor. But now, off the bat, the lane pressure will be favoring Cambodia. And they do have a scarier pick-off potential due to that Kaja. They have banned out the Akai, the Matilda, as well as the Lolita. So a lot of saves being banned away from the Philippines, and their response is banning out that Kadita as well.
It's a very smart move coming from Philippines. Very smart move. There's no Kadita, no burst damage. No one can dive in, going into the backline just to make sure no one can touch Imam and also Soriano in the backline here. So there's no Kadita. So far, so good for both of the teams. The draft pick looked very solid, but Cambodia, they ban out this Lolita as a counter for Beatrix.
Right, the Bulwark can definitely block away the bulk of the bullets coming in from the Nibiru's Passion, for example. So for Cambodia, as you mentioned, Momo-chan, an assassin you were asking for, and now instead there is one in the hands of the Philippines, but the Cambodians will ban away that Estes.
The respect ban comes from Cambodia.
Well, it's a respect ban, and also making sure that if they actually get their hands onto Soriano or Imam, that's a lot of damage that cannot be sustained by the Blessing of the Moon Goddess. So the Philippines have an option to go for a different kind of save, but we'll see if that is the answer they go for.
Yeah, we'll see. But Philippines, they can ban out this Yuzong if they want to. Because the Fredrin can go into the hand of Dija as a jungler. But Farsha Ben coming from Philippines. No high ground defensive coming from Cambodia in the second game.
Well, now they have a snipe, but they don't have anything else to follow it up with. And for the Philippines, it's the same kind of combo. It's less dynamic because the burst and damage coming in from Yve is not nearly as dangerous as the feathered airstrike coming in from Farsa. But they can make it work depending on the circumstances. For Cambodia.
Hello, Cambodia fans!
Ooh.
Hello! I wish that I can speak in Cambodia language, you know.
Unfortunately, we can't, but here we go. Cambodians go for the Yutong, making sure that the backlines will not have an easy time.
That's a good
But
pick for Cambodia.
Yep.
They need someone to dive in, going into the backline with the Black Dragon form here. But Digi pick for Philippines nullify all of the CC that Cambodia has.
That is both the Divine Judgment from Kaja, as well as the Furious Dive Petrify combo coming in from that Yutong as well, most likely in the hands of Boom. So for the Philippines, they have a good composition. They can go in and out, they can poke from far away, and go for the burst damage as well. The final pick will be the Baxia. So very quick rotations can be expected, but hang on,
Wait, so it's gonna be Baxia.
EXP.
XP.
It has to be, right?
Yes, enjoy jungler.
Joy Jungle, Rome, Diggy, and Leslie and Yves, gold lane and mid lane. So for Cambodia here, it's a mixed bag. If they want to go up against the Philippines can take it slow. They have so many poke options here, Yves, Leslie, and Diggy. But if they want to engage, they have the Baxia as well. And if they kite away, the turtle's poisons from the Baxia
Yeah.
will mean that Cambodia is forced to actually walk through a lot of damage.
I think Lilia could be the option for Cambodia. And there you go. Lilia pick for Cambodia. Every dive-in hero from Philippines can be melted down by the angry magic show effect coming from Cambodia. And hi, Sleepy, and also Moa.
Sleepy Studios and Omwawa in the building. Hope you're enjoying the show because now this might be the decider. It's a chance for Cambodia to equalize and make this a 3-game series, or will the Filipinos go for that clean sweep?
The Cambodia draft looked very solid, right? I really like the Lilia and also the Yuzong pick. The last two picks coming from Cambodia. It can change everything if they can get it very well in the game number 2.
The only concern here is for Cambodia. With everyone being so short range, they need to be walking through a lot of slows per se. And for the Philippines, having the Yves will be such a big issue. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight into the Land of Dawn for game number 2 between Cambodia and the Philippines. Let's check it out.
Let's see. Is it gonna be the Cambodia games or is it gonna be a Philippine with 2-0
Whoa.
clean sweep?
Hang on, this is a Baxia in the jungle for Del Rosario. It's actually the pad up with the Vengeance and the Magic Shop in the EXP lane. Already a bit of a plot twist we're seeing right here.
Yeah, interesting. Del Rosario with the Baxia jungler. So it means that Padep, he has chance to win the lane with Boom in the top lane.
It's an assassin against a fighter, and on paper it doesn't really make sense, but of course Joy is very, very strong right now. We'll see if the Yutong can match up against the Joy, especially in the early game. But Del Rosario taking as much early game jungle creeps as possible, ensuring that he does have a bit of a lead. OPJ tries to go for the steal, but Villaluna will actually just block him away. And that is a good chunk of damage to OP as well. This is the babysit meta we've come to expect from this Diggy.
The babysitter coming from Villaluna in the bottom lane. It will make at least Soriano will have a chance to get the first blood in the early minutes, but it's gonna be a problem if there's gonna be a rotation coming from Cambodia here. Meanwhile, Soriano trying to pull OP away here. Ooh, with the flicker that comes from OP.
Here comes Del Rosario coming in. OP will be too low. He gets first blooded by Del Rosario, and that is the speed we talked about. That shield unity means that Del Rosario can't be anywhere at any time. And the Cambodians, once again, lose their gold laner. That is not the result they want.
Yeah, the rotation is still there coming from Philippines. Meanwhile, Cambodia have to be careful because the Rosario can come anytime that he wants. And now, Berbagai trying to make Lutu at least realize that there's someone here with the electrifying bits coming from the Padap, trying to giving a poke damage towards Lutu in the top lane.
The pad up drops the beat, but now zoning everyone away from the turtle pit. Deja tries to do something here, but with the black shoes, he's able to escape, and the Philippines will not chase after getting their objective. They're playing it slow. They understand that the late game is what they're aiming for.
Yeah, and now the passive playstyle coming from Cambodia. Meanwhile, Imam trying to pick down the Deja in the mid lane here with a one real-world manipulation coming from Imam.
We talked about going passive, but Imam says, never mind, let's go for the kills yet again. And now with the mid laner gone, you can see the pressure building up from the Philippines. They're pushing all the lanes together. and that means that the members from Cambodia will be shown on the map, and that in turn will allow Del Rosario to actually find opportunities where it won't normally be possible.
And it even forced Cambodia to at least babysit, do the same thing what Luna does with Soriano in the bottom lane here.
Ooh, Soriano uses the snipe, but it doesn't really... It wasn't used on the right target, so Opie will be able to survive for now. And Villa Luna is taking a lot of aggression as T is looking for an opportunity. The time journey is popped in preemptively, but look in the backside. The pad up goes in. He's suppressed though by T. Caught under the turret, but he is still going to be surviving with that vengeance as well. Imam with the real woodman collision tries to duel the Ajang in the back line. He will be able to win that duel. And on the other side, that's also Soriano picking up a kill. The Filipinos strike again.
It's a solo kill coming from Imo with the real one manipulation because he knows that there's no black shoes in the hand of Deja. And he knows it. And now, Philippines, they are still dominating in the early minutes. Cambodia, they seems very lost, especially in the gold lane.
They made that play very, very aggressively early on, and they just didn't use the right spells in the right kind of order to actually get full benefit. So it seems very disjointed because of the positioning coming in from the Philippines.
Oh, they changed the lane.
And now, as you can see, already the turtle has been spawning, and Cambodians seem like they want to try and contest it, but if they stay too long, they are prone to getting poked down, and Del Rosario will scout because he is very, very tanky in the front line, and the Cambodians have no answer as the poke damage coming in from Imam will pressure them. Boom! Goes for the back line though, but the turtle will be taken by Lutu. But at what cost? Del Rosario goes in, and the time journey is popped as well. Boom will be pulled back with the reverse time, but Dappadap seems like he wants to go for something else. With the real manipulation, that is a lot of damage. So the Filipinos will take one in the top side.
The timing is just perfect for Imam with the real world manipulation on the edge of Boom's speed. And look at that, another kill for Philippines in game number 2. And now, seems that T really need to use that divine judgment perfectly. Maybe going into the top lane could be the answer for Cambodia because the Padap is just by himself in the top lane.
And the Padap pops in that vengeance and actually goes just a slight bit back in. He knows he has the mobility to try and make the plays happen, and just like that, 4 members from Cambodia shows on the top side, or at least converges on the top side. And while doing that, the Filipinos have been pushing the other lanes, setting up already for the next objective, and as always, pressuring so much in that mid lane.
With the turret taken down in the bottom lane for Philippines, now Soriano can make the rotation, and look at that, there's another real manipulation comes in. Lutu trying to so hard to just going back, but Del Rosario with the tortoise poison. Of course, he doesn't want to let Lutu away. And with one shot coming from OP, make sure that the Padap need to recall it away.
A trade.
To recall, going back into base.
That's a trade of plays in the mid and top side. And the Filipinos definitely come out on top here, taking the mid turret as well. This means that the rotations are just going to get faster and faster for the Philippines. And for Cambodia, they need to be very careful because now their jungle is vulnerable to being invaded. And as we say that, Villa Luna with the Enchanted Talisman will be able to use a lot more of those bombs to try and set up traps for the members of Cambodia as they actually are converging, hoping to get a pick off with the Conceal, heading for the pad up here. He does not see the ambush coming in. They're shown finally as well, but look at that. T will be the first in the front, trying to go with the Divine Judgment. He is suppressed, and the Petrify will ensure that he is not taken out actually. The shielding is just so strong right now. He's buying so much time. Opie almost getting taken out, and the pad up flexes his muscles, but he won't be able to get that kill. The Cambodians take him out, but on the other side, they spend so much time trying to get that kill.
He almost got one actually, Arashi, but OP is still able to survive. What? Actually, it's a long time that has been bought by the Padap in the bottom lane with 1 versus 4. And the Padap still able to hold for maybe a couple seconds there.
I think it's way more than a couple of seconds, Momo-chan, but already Soriano feeling the pressure, knowing the danger from Cambodia. They spent so much time and they lost a turtle and a turret in the top side as an exchange. So you can say it might be worth it, but Villa Luna actually gets picked up, but whoa, that's a flicker being used by T. I think it's not as planned, and Imam tries to trade back that damage, and now the ultimate from T is no longer available for the side of the Cambodians. The Filipinos might look for something knowing that that is the case.
With the 5 gold Okay, gold lead for Philippines now. Cambodia. The art seems lost. They need to find a way how to deal with the damage that coming from Philippines. The massive damage. OP.
Ooh, that's a real manipulation being used by Imam, and the Filipinos will take out T, but at what cost? The pad up just zoning everyone in the back line though. Boom is going solo in the back line. He is way too low. He gets pulled back by the reverse time, and Soriano will take him out as both teams, they dove towards each other, and compared to the Yu Song, you see that the pad up on the Joy actually is able to more decisively zone away the members from Cambodia.
Every time Cambodia wants to counter Philippines back, they still cannot win the counter here. Meanwhile, another Baxia Shield unity comes from Rosario, and the Divine Judgment comes from T. It's too late for T. Meanwhile, then Rosario is very, very tanky as the front laner from Philippines. Meanwhile, Soriano just plays as aggressive as he wants. He wants to take all the objective in the mid lane, and now there are 5 turrets in the hand of Philippines.
They were able to take out one more turret in the mid side, and it's just pure calculation coming in from the Philippines. They don't have to do anything special. All they have to do is push the waves, make sure that the Cambodians are forced to respond, and either counter-engage, disengage using the time journey, or just poke down the main front lines until they're low enough, and once they see opportunities, Del Rosario just rolls in like he owns the place. And the follow-up from Imam and Soriano is just way too dangerous.
And
now with the Lord coming in though, we'll see if the Filipinos, they go for a big fight, a big dive, or are they going to be content just picking up one or two more turrets?
The Divine Judgment from T really need to be executed perfectly. But the problem is, who will get the Divine Judgment from T here? Meanwhile, it's gonna be a slow effect coming, and also another real world manipulation pops up from Imam, and there's gonna be a Lord being taken down.
Oh, look at T though! He gets pulled back, and Soriano will be able to take him out, and that will be it. Wow, he was trying to make a play happen so hard, but he just gets taken out, unfortunately. And now, without their main engage tool, the Filipinos are looking for something. Imam gets chunked down, and Del Rosario goes in, but that is still a lot of damage traded back by OP on this Beatrix. And Dapper just zoning everyone away with that sustain from the concentrated energy. It's very difficult to deal with, and the Filipinos will be able to get one more base turret.
And now Philippines, they want to play very objective. They don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to let Cambodia to turning back the tailbone right now in the game number 2. Meanwhile, T, even though he already tried to use that flicker and also the Divine Judgment, he still failed. So it's very tough for Cambodia. Meanwhile, Philippines, they just need to wait for the second Lord pops in the minute number 12 maybe.
Look at the discipline coming in from the Philippines. The only kill that the Cambodians have on the table is when they send 4 members and use so much time to ensure that the pad up gets taken out. Without doing that, there's 0 kills on the board for Cambodia. And that means that the gold lead is so one-sided, but at the same time, if they're able to get a pick-off and get a kill, a shutdown onto OP, for example, that could be the winning solution they need.
They have to contest the Lord, I think, Cambodia. They cannot make, they cannot let Philippines actually get the Lord very free. But now, they're trying to open all of the
Del
push here.
Rosario though, in the backside of the first Poisons, doing a lot of damage here. He is suppressed and pulled to Divine Judgment, but Boom on the other hand gets taken out so low. The Petrify is used as well. It's a trade between Lutu and Del Rosario. Both jungles not there, but the Filipinos are able to take the middle base turret, and they are not done just yet. They will be kiting away, and with all the spells being thrown backwards, the Cambodians cannot contest, but Villa Luna, that is the damage the snipe has in store for them.
But Imam is trying to giving a poke damage with the alarm bomb and also the ultimate snipe from Soriano. Trying to giving a poke towards the boom here. Meanwhile, they want to get another best turret. 9 turrets in the hand of Philippines, and now the next Lords could be the objective for Philippines to just secure their game number 2.
They have full control here, and T actually purchased the fleeting time, so he's trying to go for a lot more pickoffs, a lot more Divine Judgments, but do they have enough damage to try and make that happen? Right now, with the pressure, with the vision in favor of the Philippines, they will be able to actually take this Lord without any contest at all.
Yeah, I think it's quite dangerous. If Cambodia, they want to try to contest the Lord now, Philippines, they just need to wait. The Lord is going into the mid lane, trying to press everyone into the base of Cambodia. And now Philippines, they have to play disciplinedly. If they want to secure, if they want to end this game as soon as possible, they have to make sure that Filipina and also maybe, especially Soriano, cannot be caught by the member of Cambodia.
The main threat for the Philippines right now must be Boom on that Yuzong, diving in the back line, but now he is zoned away by that Rosario alone, and look at the poke damage coming in from Imam. The real-world manipulation is being used, but it's cancelled by the Black Dragon form, but the bad up tries to actually punish that play. Divine Judgment is being used, and Soriano survives with a sliver of HP, you can't even see it, and the Filipinos, they are still in the fight though, as Boom tries his best. The fierce dive with the Petrify as well won't be enough, as the Filipinos are slowly but surely chugging down, and that will be the Filipinos marching like a boss into the grand finals. They have taken out Cambodia.
2-0 for Philippines against Cambodia in the lower bracket match. Clean sweep coming from Philippines. Meanwhile, Cambodia, they have to say goodbye today because there's no chance at all for Cambodia to turn back the table in the game number 2.